Yeah, I'm happy to answer questions anytime if I can. Um, so I see you were talking about setting variables. Let me just go over because I'm not sure. There's a couple of different ways of setting variables, and getting the values out is different with different ones. So I just want to go over for a second the ways of setting variables and just make sure that um, I'm telling you something that's helping you with what you're doing. Let me see. So if we go into the help and then go to programming and programming fundamentals, there are these sections on variables. So maybe you looked at those already, but so the basic ones are so there are these when they're talking about the local and the global variables. They're they have this notation with the colon in front. So when you use make to create a global variable, so global variables get created by make, and they have this quote in front, and you say friends, and then to get the value out, you say you put a colon in front of it. There's another one that another way to do that. If you say make and let me make this font bigger. So if you say like make just look at the example here. Kim, Bob, Leah, Tom. So you can say show friends, and that'll give you back the list of friends, or you can say show thing friends, and that'll give you back the list also. And then the other way is when they talk about the state variables, and the state variables can either be specific to a turtle, or they can apply to all turtles, or they can be project variables. So the ones that apply, if you say if I say like this is T1, this guy. So if I say T1 give turtle speed, then he has a speed state variable. Or if you say turtles own weight, then you see how the icon's a little bit different. If you say turtles own, then every time you create a turtle, let me make sure. What happens is he'll have weight, but when you do give turtle, that's just for a specific turtle. So if I say turtles own weight, then every turtle I create is going to have the weight variable associated with it. And to get those values, it's just like setting the values for like a text box. If I say set text1 to 7, it'll put a 7 in that box. If I say T2 set weight to 5, then it'll make that be 5. And then so for the state variables, the way you get the values back is you just say show weight, or if I say T1 set speed to 90, and then if I say T1 show speed, that'll get me back the speed. So the other thing that might be a little bit take some getting used to is the word and list thing as input. So if you look at setPos, let's see a little vocabulary here. So here's setBG. Okay, so setPos. So this wants a list as input. So there are two values. So let's say if we make new x minus 200 and make new y 200. If I try to do setPos new x new y, it's not going to be happy because it wants a list as input. Okay, and then let's see if you do this, then it's also not happy because of the way these lists get evaluated. I think what you need to do is say setPos list, make a list out of new x and new y. Yeah, and that'll do it. Okay, so what happens is it's when you put the brackets around it, it doesn't evaluate the way it would if you just gave new x and new y as input to the to list. So list is just a reporter that you pass it names, or not let. You pass it, a couple of words or a couple of lists, and it'll make a list out of it. And what else do I need to say about that? Oh yeah, if you want to do more than one, or I'm sorry, if you want to do more than two things and put them into a list, or less than two things, if you don't have exactly two inputs for list, then you want to do something like this, like say show list a now brown cow 7, something like that, and that'll make a list out of those three things and put them together. All right. So yeah. So I hope that helps, and absolutely, anytime, shoot me an email, and I'm happy to help out because I've been there myself. All right. So good luck in the class, and send me questions anytime.